Hello, this is Tim from jlminiatures.com. I wanted to show you the latest sculpt I just finished up and painted. I did this for the miniwargaming.com painting competition for the single miniature. Right now what you're looking at is a custom sculpt chaos sorcerer. What I did is I used a few different things. Basically the main body itself is a complete sculpt. You can see that there's two feet that have shoes on them. The other one has a with a barefoot with 3 toes. This is a nurgle. So what it is it's all done by like threes. So he basically has 3 different feet. The like cauldron or skull type thing that he's holding in his hand is bubbling like purple ooze, and he's got a dagger sticking in it. The dagger was just cut out of plastic card. The hands are goblin hands that I decided to use because they were a little bit beefier, kind of a weird looking. They have really nice long fingernails on them. The head is a flagellant head from the Empire list. I went with the one that has the metal piece over his eyes, so you can't really see. I thought that was really kind of cool. He does have the mark of nurgle all over him. If you can look, there's little threes. There's 3 little circles right there along his top right there. You can see the threes. Some of the stuff is really kind of hard to see. I did put like a moth or a fly I painted on there. He also has like a nurgle rot type where he's got maggots or leeches coming out of his back. There's another fly right there and another one right here. So I took and drew basically 3 of them on there. This was a fun piece to do. I got the idea from a confrontation miniature that was really on the tall side, and I really like that. To scale with him, he is quite a bit larger if you look at it like a regular Chaos Warrior size. Okay, granted he's on a base, but what I'll do is I'll pick him up so you can see. If he's on level to level, you can see that he's actually, you know, even taller than a regular Chaos Warrior. I did that just for purpose of scale wise. I thought nurgle looked kind of cool when they're bigger and more bloated and a little bit nastier. I do have another Chaos Warrior or Chaos Wizard I want to show you here in a few minutes, but this was the main one. The base is finished on him. I did this. The bubbles are a really cool effect, and what you use to do that is you take the paintbrush that's been used up, and then you take and you pull out all the hairs of the paintbrush, and then you're left with the metal piece that wraps around the hairs. What you do is you take the green stuff, you smooth it out, and then you push this down in, and it basically makes a bubble. How I did it with different size bubbles is use different sized paintbrushes. That's basically all it is just sitting there and pushing it in, getting the desired effect that you want. When it comes to the long leeches and stuff like that, you just poke a hole down inside on an angle, and then you roll out some green stuff. You stick it down inside there, and then you use your tool and kind of wrap it up and around and on, and however you think it looks, you know, the best. It's really hard to see with this one here, but I actually have him standing on the mark of nurgle. This miniature pretty much covered, you know, most of it up, but it was just the effect I wanted to have is, you know, a total nurgle type of thing. The next miniature I did, this was the first one I did. This one's even larger. This one is between an ogre size and a Chaos Warrior, so that gives you an idea of scale wise. For this one, I'm gonna have to back this up just a tad bit so you can see all of it. I used the like a staff of nurgle basically, and you can see right there. I used an ogre head because I like the ogres. They're really, you know, chunky when it comes to this type of thing. This right here is a skeleton blade from Vampire Counts. A couple of the scrolls and the skulls, I believe, are from Flagellants. A Chaos Warrior hand and then this one here is just the regular staff type hand. So he's got like a really small kind of hand, kind of shriveled, holding the staff up. The feet and stuff like that I sculpted out of green stuff. You can see that he's got, I'll tilt him a little bit, he's got 3 holes in his shirt, so it's the shape of nurgle. He's got 3 toes. He's not on this base. This is a base I just set him on so I can prop him up a little bit. But he's got 3 toes on one foot, which are really, quite large. He's got another just regular boot on the other one. And then this one is it's really hard to see with the cloak. It looks like it's just one color, but trust me, there's a lot of different colors in there. It's mainly a dark brown, black, and then it has kind of a blue cast to it when you look down into the recesses. It also has, like I said with the other one, this has marks of nurgle. It has like a nurgle rot with all the leeches and stuff like that, and a decayed type look. I'm gonna try to get a close up on the banner or the staff here. I did basically a non-metallic metal look to it. I've been working on that for this past year quite a bit. After meeting James and Kathy Wapple down at Adapticon, they've really encouraged me to really strike forward and trying to do the non-metallic metals. I really like it. For me, it's quite time-consuming, but it gives you a different effect than just putting a metal, color on it. That's pretty much all I have to say about this. Please leave a comment. I'd greatly like to hear it. Again, this is Tim at jnlminiatures.com. Thank you very much.